morning, Marianas. So many things we gotta discuss. Happy day, Tirawamian greetings. To Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. For all your island news. From a beautiful place with Pacific views. It's always so much fun on Good Morning, Marianas.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your, well, it's not Monday at all, actually. It's Thursday. You know what? It's so close to the weekend, but it's not the weekend yet, and there's a whole lot of stuff happening right now. And we are trying to make a phone call to get you squared away. Hold on, let me make sure I dialed the right one. I didn't dial the right number. That's why it didn't go through. But we have a special guest that we're able to get right now. We're trying to get her just before she gets going. Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, we'll tell you real quick about what's going on. First of all, it is an interesting looking day outside today. It is a little rainy. It's 86 degrees right now. The wind out of the east at 10 miles per hour. Humidity's at 75 degrees up there at the airport. And if you like rain, today is your day. You can see how gloomy it looks outside. But don't worry, there are better things ahead. Now, hey, I'll tell you what, there are things happening out here in the Marianas. In fact, we've got someone on the phone right now who's going to give us a real education about everything that we just found out about yesterday. And it's something that's been ongoing, and it's regarding a recent ruling from Judge Pro Tem Barcinas about the case against the former governor, the corruption case against the former governor, and about travel and expenditures. We have on the phone one of the people who really pioneered the work behind this case, who got it to the court in the first place, Senator Selena Babauta. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Brad.
Well, thanks.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thanks so much for coming in. And I know you got a busy morning already lined up, and that you're able to just kind of squeeze this in for us. So thanks so much.
You're most welcome.
Well, we saw the news yesterday, and then we got your release yesterday also about it, and
yes,
where you did not mince words. I mean, you were clearly not happy with the ruling, and you're not alone on this one. But can you tell us a little bit about the case and your feelings on the ruling?
It's totally disheartening for the people of the Marianas that we represent up at the legislature that Pro Tem Judge Arthur Barcinas made the ruling that he did. He should not have even ruled on the reconsideration for disqualification motion that the defendant did. And by all accounts, we are being told by the judiciary staff, attorneys, that, where is the fairness in the selection of the judge himself, Arthur Barcinas, when it's the defendant's sister who allegedly selects who the pro tem judges will be when all our jurists recuse themselves.
No kidding.
So I don't think we're going to see anything in terms of fair prosecution of alleged criminals here in the Marianas, as long as Judge Barcinas sits as a pro tem judge.
Now, Judge Tolentino, he recused himself. He said he had health issues. He was originally selected, right?
That's correct. And he made a ruling, actually, that Judge Barcinas also reversed. I forgot what it was, but I was reading about it just a couple of days ago. And Judge Barcinas claimed that Judge Tolentino was wrong in his decision and his order, and he reversed that as well. And it's, where's the fairness? The special prosecutor has brought up the issue of of conflict of interest when Judge Barcenas himself ignores that he has a direct conflict when he took over Tolentino's court docket in the appeal case, the civil case, when former Governor Ralph Torres sued the JGO committee and lost in the low court. He appealed it, and Judge Barcenas eventually, because Judge Tolentino, recused himself for personal reasons, it was again Judge Arthur Barcenas that took over that case, and that civil case is closely related to the criminal case before him today.
So he can recuse himself from one, but he can't do it for both. That sounds...
He has to, yes, that's correct.
That sounds absolutely wild.
Yep. So he heard the civil appeal case. He's now hearing the criminal case that is very, very closely related because it stems from the same legislative investigation that was forwarded and referred to the Attorney General. And that's where we are today in the courts battling this.
Wow. So how the fact that that's happened this way is definitely befuddling all sorts of folks. That we saw that there's other people who have come out with some comments and everything like that. What is the next step? I mean, it can't be over from here, right? I saw this about the constitutional crisis that's formed by this, and that how can it possibly be that the executive branch can be responsible for picking a special prosecutor to prosecute the executive branch?
It's unheard of in any jurisdiction. I've never heard of it. Even in the United States, federal cases, I've never heard of the executive branch selecting its own prosecutor to prosecute somebody who occupied that office, basically the governor's office. What if former Governor Ralph Torres is the current governor? Who is he going to select to prosecute himself?
Right. And
it just doesn't make sense. There's no logic or rationale to it.
So now, what sort of recourse does the CNMI have for this kind of a ruling? When you've got somebody from off island who is assigned to the case, are we able to appeal this ruling? Is this something that can go to the Supreme Court?
Well, I've asked the appropriate authorities, the Attorney General's office, to certainly consider challenging it. A writ of mandamus requires the Supreme Court if they file it to the Supreme Court, requires that he do his job and do it properly.
I mean, it seems to me outrageous. I mean, it's a big win for the governor's team for sure, but it just seems like outrageous that it just seems so obvious that even someone like a layman like myself that doesn't have any like background in law or education in law, that this seems like it really does put the CNMI in a tough spot for anything that will go forward for any case for that matter.
And based on how Judge Barcenas has been ruling from the court, when he does, it seems like he has a soft spot for former Governor Ralph Torres. And in fact, in many, many of the motions that were filed in court, he has not made rulings. And this is the very issue that the judiciary of Guam sanctioned Judge Barcenas for the exact same behavior.
No kidding.
And he has not learned his lesson. He continues to do it here in the CNMI, thinking that nobody will call him out on his prior disciplinary actions against him in Guam.
Wow. And so now, is this something that do we have to write to the Guam bar? Is it the Bar Association? Is it the judges? I don't know how this works, like for us to try to get something on here.
Thank you for mentioning that. That is my next step. I will be filing, a bar complaint against Judge Barcenas for judicial misconduct.
Wow, and massive.
I hope they take it seriously, because these cases are serious. How can we uphold democracy in the CNMI if we continue to have these types of behavior from our judges. And that is a course that we as citizens can take, matters into our own hands. We have options as citizens of the Marianas, of the CNMI, to hold our leaders accountable. And that's one way to exercise it.
So right now, as it sits, so if I got this correct, so Judge Pro Tem Barcinas ruled that the AG's office was conflicted, so that's why they're out, and not, or the AG, not necessarily the office, but the Attorney General was conflicted in this case. So because the prosecutor that they brought in to be a special prosecutor, because he works now under the Attorney General's office, they're saying he's conflicted because he works under the Attorney General, right? And
that is so absurd.
it is absolutely absurd, right? I mean, that's, again, you would say, like, who am I to judge? He's a judge, right? But that sounds absolutely ridiculous that that's even possible, that could happen that way. But they were out to, the governor's legal team was out to try to disqualify Kingman no matter what, whether or not he was with the Attorney General's office or not. That was kind of the goal, it seemed like, right from the beginning.
You know, the fact that Judge Pro Tem Barcinas has delayed rulings on motions that were filed before his court, and has delayed issuing any, he always takes things under advisement, but never issues an order on it. You know, presumably he is being paid by CNMI dollars to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he hasn't made rulings on many of the motions and the oppositions that the Attorney General's office has filed. And certainly Special Prosecutor Jim Kingman is not conflicted. He doesn't even know who the players are, personally. He was brought in from outside the CNMI for that specific reason, to avoid any conflict within the Attorney General's office.
Yeah,
and I will tell you this: I also assume that whoever the governor will try to, or the executive branch will try to appoint as special prosecutor, will declare that they are conflicted. It would be hard-pressed for him to find a local attorney here in the CNMI who would prosecute.
So it's really interesting, though, about that, because, again, Kingman was brought in specifically to try this as a special prosecutor. Then when the defense team squawked about that, they said, well, let's save the Commonwealth some money. Let's just hire him on the AG's team. And then they changed their tack to go and try to get the AG conflicted out. So question is Kingman specifically conflicted? I mean, could he just go back and be named a special prosecutor and removed from the office just so he could finish what he started?
I'm not sure if that's an option that the AG will exercise, but, Barcinas has already ruled that the Attorney General's office is conflicted with Kingman being a part of the Attorney General's office right now as a regular employee. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if Barcinas says, well, he's conflicted because he came from the AG's office.
Yeah, and we should have, it seems to me like we should have some kind of standard that we end up doing. Now, I heard Justice Manglonius speaking recently about the judges going back and forth and supporting the courts in Guam, and then the Guam judges supporting the courts here in instances when these things happen. Apparently, they have to pay for a lot of their own way and everything, and they aren't really paid for these services. Now, I'm not sure what we do for them, but apparently Justice Manglonia was saying that he doesn't get paid when he goes to Guam to help out. But, is there some sort of oversight that we provide for these judges that visit from off island to help out with these cases, to make us more of a priority to the to the folks who are coming here?
I'm not sure what the court rules allow for pro tem judges, temporary judges out here in the CNMI. I know in the past we have paid for hotel rooms and give them stipend for their food and other incidentals. I don't know if that's still the practice today.
Oh, yeah, I know
But
that he still comes here because I know I've seen him, and I know like I've seen the detail around him and all that stuff, and I imagine that we're still paying for that. I mean, I think that's the same thing. I think we pay for the hotel, but that's about it. Maybe the
I
airfare
wouldn't
too.
be surprised, and I hope that in the next in future cases where we require a temporary judge from off island, that the judiciary select somebody with a reputable character.
Yeah, and so now you're saying that that this judge got picked, and did you say it was the governor's sister who picked the judge?
No, she works as the clerk of court, and she handles all administrative matters of the court.
Wow, no kidding. Well, that's a nice thing to have if you're on that side. Wow. So right now we don't know what our next remedy is, right? You're going to try to you're going to write a bar complaint for the judge, is what you said.
I will be filing a formal complaint. Yes.
And we're not sure if we can take this to the next step here, or somebody. You said that somebody's going to have to do it. The AG can't even appeal this now. Is that?
He can challenge it.
Okay. I think that's.
He can bring it up to the Supreme Court, but they've recused themselves as well in the civil case. That's why Judge Tolentino and former retired Judge Bellis was brought in for the civil trial court, and then another judge was brought in for the appeal, Judge Tolentino.
All right. Well, hopefully we're going to see some more progress on this. It just seemed like really disappointing all the way across. Some of the words that you used in your press release were really striking, and I'll tell you this: it's such a big deal for us. I think this is way further reaching, even though this case is pretty monumental to the CNMI. Just what it ends up doing to just the rule of law here beyond this case. Again, the bigger thing in this ruling is that if there's going to be an investigation against the governor has to pick the special prosecutor.
It's unheard of. It's so absurd.
I can't imagine this can stand. I mean, I just can't imagine that a ruling like this can stand. And and I can't imagine the folks in Guam would do it. Now, and you said that he's had some other issues over there as well.
That's correct.
Man.
And that's public record.
I would love to have you talk longer. I know that you're in a hurry, and we only were able to kind of fit you in before you go, but hopefully we can reach out to you later another time and get you to talk about some of the other stuff you're doing over there at the office.
Sure, Brad. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, and again, thanks for finding some time to get in and talk about it today.
Okay, have a great day.
You too. Take care. That is Senator Selena Babauta. She was on the show this morning after she released something in the press yesterday. She sent it out to us and to all the other outlets about the ruling from Judge Pro Tem Arthur Barcinas, who disqualified the Attorney General's office from prosecuting former Governor Torres, and also in doing so, also disqualified Attorney Kingman from being able to prosecute that case. It is a pretty big cluster. Insert the following word there. As a result, too, it is pretty wild that would be the case. That would be the ruling for sure. Again, no matter who you're, if you're a fan of the former governor, you're not a fan of the former governor. That's a whole nother thing. The main thing about this one that we're focusing on is just the turmoil that'll be in our local court systems by this kind of a ruling, where essentially the judge just ruled that if the governor is charged even while he is the governor with anything, he's the one who has to. It can't be the Attorney General's office that brings it. It has to be a special prosecutor that he would name, right? Your governor would be appointing the special prosecutor to prosecute the governor. That's what this ruling essentially says. Yeah, that's just insane that that's even possible. Politics aside, I'm telling you, take all the names out of it, take all the people out of it, take the individual charges out of it, all that stuff. Just get down to the brass tacks there. That the governor would have to name the special prosecutor to prosecute the governor. Just absolutely crazy. Isn't that insane? Does that make any sense at all? No, it makes zero sense. All right. Hey, I want to apologize to you guys on the Facebook side. We actually started the live broadcast, and we were broadcasting just fine on YouTube. This is totally user error. It doesn't happen. I was so excited to be able to get this good senator on in a hurry this morning that when I pressed start on the stream and it went out, but there's a secondary thing I had to push on Facebook, which is to go live on Facebook. But for the first part of the interview, you can see it over on the YouTube channel too. It's at NMI News 670. That's our YouTube channel. So go give it a like, a love, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to see it right from the beginning when we had Senator Babout on. So, wow, it's just a crazy ruling. I want to thank a lot of folks. We got some people who weighed in, sent us some info on some topics and all that stuff over the past couple of days. Really thankful that we got you guys in our community telling us what you think is the important deal of the day and have us move on. But luckily, we're able to get folks like Senator Babout on to tell us about it, what's happening. Again, she has a big part of this. There's other folks that we could get, too. I'd love to get them, and we'll see if we can. In fact, I'll send them a message now while we're here. I'll tell you what we can do. Dun, dun, dun. What I didn't give you guys yet, I didn't give you guys the Associated Press headlines. While I do that, I'm going to burn up a couple phone lines, see if I can't get a couple other folks to come in to give their thoughts about the ruling, which has really got just a ton of impact on how things are going to go in the CNMI with regards to fighting the bad guys, right? You figure the CNMI Attorney General's office is the good guys, and they're trying to go after people that they think are breaking the law. So that it almost seems that ruling, works in opposition to that. All right, so I'm going to give you guys the latest from the Associated Press. While I do that, I'm just going to send some messages to see if I can get a couple other folks on, so you don't have to listen to me typing messages and stuff. So here's the latest from AP.
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. Speaking today in Milwaukee was Donald Trump's choice to be his running mate, J.D. Vance.
I joke with the president that, I'm very excited about this evening, and I don't plan to screw it up. But if I do, it's too late. He made the pick, right? It's official now.
Vance speaks in primetime tonight at the Republican National Convention. He says there is a big difference between President Biden and Donald Trump.
The guy who actually connects with working people in this country is not fake Scranton Joe, it's real President Donald Trump.
Vice President Kamala Harris says there is a reason Trump picked Vance.
Trump looked for someone he knew would be a rubber stamp for his extreme agenda, and make no mistake, J.D. Vance will be loyal only to Trump, not to our country.
Some new poll numbers go against President Biden's claim average Democrats still support him. Here's the AP's Amelia Thompson-DeVoe.
Nearly 2/3 of Democrats want President Joe Biden to withdraw from the race and allow his party to choose another nominee, according to a new poll from AP Norc.
The poll also found only about 3 in 10 Democrats are extremely or very confident Biden has the mental capability to serve as president. California's Adam Schiff has become the highest profile Democrat in Congress to call for President Biden to drop his re-election bid. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer has issued a subpoena to Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle to appear before the committee Monday for what is scheduled to be the first congressional hearing into the attempted assassination of former President Trump. A former Syrian military official who oversaw a prison where human rights officials say torture and abuse took place has been arrested in Los Angeles on suspicion of immigration fraud. Big swings today on Wall Street. Stocks finished mixed. The Dow up 243 points. This is AP News. The Navy exonerated 256 black sailors found to be unjustly punished in 1944.
Following a California port explosion that killed hundreds of service members and exposed racist double standards among the then segregated ranks. At Port Chicago Naval Weapons Station near San Francisco, 5,000 tons of munitions detonated, killing 320 personnel and injuring 390. Black sailors concerned for their safety refused to return to loading bombs without training on how to safely handle the munitions. The Navy punished them. Now, Navy Secretary Carlos Del Toro has signed paperwork saying the sailors were unjustly tried and convicted, clearing their names. Haya Panjwani, Washington.
United Airlines reports its second quarter profit rose 23% as record crowds at airports around the country helped the carrier overcome sharply rising costs for fuel and labor. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
All right, welcome back. We just got that. I sent out a few messages to folks, see if we can't get them on this morning. It's going to be a little tough to see if they can say yes, because it is kind of short notice. But that's how this stuff works, though. Sometimes we could do it early, and sometimes it takes a little bit more. But, man, that is certainly interesting, what we just ended up having with Senator Selena Babauta on this morning. Talk about that ruling from Judge Pro Tem Arthur Barcinas. Going to make it really interesting on how people can practice law out here. Again, the essential part of the ruling, as we understand it, is that if there's going to be a case brought against the governor is the one who has to appoint the special prosecutor to prosecute the governor. Anyway, that's going to be interesting. Good morning, everybody. Hey, it is Thursday out here. It's 8:03 in the morning. You just got the latest update from the Associated Press. And today we got some excitement coming in about 20 minutes or so. The folks from Marianas Got Talent going to be coming into the studio, and they will be here to perform a little bit and tell us about the things that they're doing. Busking is one of those things that they're doing. That's those guys when they go out there on the corner and they're singing, and man, they're great, by the way. They are outstanding. We were out there. We spent some time singing poorly for me, but Kathy and Leilani, they were great. Yeah, I just go there to set the bar really low so everyone else feels pretty comfortable about going out there and singing. Not too bad. It is pretty good. Hey, good morning, Josie. Thanks for coming in. JJ, good to see you too. Vincent Raymond back again. Tobot, great to see you too, brother. Always, all the time. And Jude Keller, good to see you too, brother. Oh, Joanna, nice to see you out there too. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Great to see all you guys out here. I know not everybody drops comments all the time. I'm thankful when you do because you're a part of the program then. It's good to see you guys there, but it's good to get the comments from you guys too and all that. And all the stuff that you guys send me outside of it too. I know I get a lot on WhatsApp. I get a lot in the DMs. You guys slipping into my DMs. And a lot of good info, a lot of good points. And in fact, Jesse Palacios gave us something good. We got to have some kind of music for that. Here, we'll put this on for it. But Jesse Palacios giving us a heads up about a cool event that's happening this weekend. I reached out to the folks from Rotaract to see if we could get someone to come in and tell us some good stuff about it. I haven't heard back from them yet. That doesn't mean that we won't. Let me just check the other one to see if they sent anything there. Nothing. That's all right. That doesn't mean they're not doing great stuff. It just means that I haven't heard back from them yet. But here's the cool thing about it. There's some folks who are doing some good stuff, and it's not easy stuff to do. They are doing a beach cleanup in one of the hardest places to get to, Old Man by the Sea. It's not that it's super hard to get to only, but it's also the amount of work you got to do to get all the way down there and get all that stuff all the way back up. So Brendan Fisher, he's partnering with the Rotaract Club of Saipan, and that's essentially like the youth part of the Rotary Club of Saipan. And they're going to go out there and do a beach cleanup this weekend, July 20th, at Old Man by the Sea from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'll tell you what, if you're going to be a part of it, you might want to get there before 8. You can do it before it gets crazy. It's going to get hot pretty fast. But anyway, the thing is about Old Man by the Sea, there's not an easy way down there and an easy way out for you just to walk in with a trash bag or whatever. It takes a team. You're going down there and doing any of those beach cleanups, it takes a lot of work, right? It is a lot of work, but it takes a lot of help to get that stuff out of there. You're going to have to pass stuff up the line, get it all the way out to the road. Again, it's great when people do this. The Saipan Hash House Harriers have done that spot before, but one of the things that they've ended up doing was the Forbidden Island. That one's harder, for sure. Trying to haul that stuff out of there. Trying to haul yourself out of Forbidden Island, that's big enough. But bringing up beach trash from there is an effort. I remember a lot of the tourists, like tour group organizers, and they used to do this too. But this is great. So anyway, Brendan Fisher, I don't know him. But he's partnering with these guys to make a real impact on the island. So I think this is fantastic. He said that he decided to do it when he went down there and he saw a whole bunch of trash that was down there. And he's like, hey, this is not cool. He said it was his first time to go down there, and they had a great time doing it. When you pop out of the woods, you see the rock right away. It's really cool. And then it's like, holy cow, there's all this trash that comes in. It's all marine debris. This is not stuff that tourists go down there and leave it. It's all stuff that washes up on our shores. So if you want to help, they're going to love you. You can give them a call at 670-588-3033. 670-588-3033. You can also send them a message on Instagram. Instagram. It's the Rotaract Club of Saipan, and that's their Instagram handle is at ROTARACT CLUBOF Saipan. Here, I'll tell you what. Maybe this will just be easier. I'll copy that part and just put it in there for the beach cleanup. Here we go. Bam. It's in the comments now. It says for more information about the cleanup on Saturday, I gave you the number and the Instagram handle so you can find them. Pretty easy, which I think would be pretty cool. Let's see. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Got a message back, but that was about baseball, which I know Millie loves, kind of. Absolutely not. She doesn't like it anymore. Oh, you can't hike anymore. Fragile. Hey, that's no problem. I'll tell you what, even if you're not able to go down there and do that cleanup and hike and all that other stuff, maybe you got a vehicle where you could help haul some of the trash away. I'm sure they would be happy to have anybody. Maybe you're the person that is waiting there to encourage those guys when they come out by giving them a cold bottle of water. I mean, I'm sure with something like this kind of an effort, they'll be happy to take any amount of help that they can get. And again, hats off to this guy for finding a great group to partner with to make some changes out here. Boy, I tell you that it's starting to really ramp up all the construction out here. The road work out here, the rain is not easy when it comes to doing with road work. It definitely impedes what the guys out there in the hard hats are doing. And they're burning up the midnight oil to get it done. I was here pretty late last night, and they were working late last night too, with the lights and everything. I almost got a giant dump truck backed over me. It's a true story. It almost happened last night. Thankfully, one of the other guys came running in to tell the other guy to stop. I know it's tough, but at least they're getting the work done around the clock because they're trying to beat that deadline. Yeah, I can wish that it was done sooner, but it doesn't matter because it's still going to take a while. The other one is I'd be really happy to see when everything down in the south ends up getting cleaned up too, because it seems like in front of the courthouse, that intersection there, it's been the same thing for a long time. It would be great to see some real progress there where they can cinch that up. And, I imagine there's got to be another layer of this pavement that's got to go down, because like this blacktop, the anti-skid stuff, because if not, these guys are doing a terrible job with trying to get those manhole covers level with the street. I mean, there's a bump everywhere you go. So there's got to be a second layer they're going to put down. There's got to. I mean, if not, GPPC, man, they're not going to get a whole lot of contracts, or people are going to be talking about them. Hey, good morning, Arlene. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Hey, again, remember at the top of the show, we had the interview with Senator Selena Babalta, who was telling us about her thoughts about the ruling about Judge Pro Tem Arthur Barcinas in the case brought by the Attorney General's office against former Governor Ralph de Leon Guerrero Torres. We didn't get it right from the top on Facebook, but if you want to see the beginning of that interview and the beginning of the show, it was going just fine over there on YouTube. And that's our YouTube. It's on the screen there. NMI News 670. Now, if you've got some questions and you want to call, you got some comments, give us a ring. The number is 670-789-2323. That's 670-789-2323. We've got special guests coming in here in just less than 20 minutes or so. Marianas Got Talent. They've got a lot of stuff that they're going to talk about today. They're going to perform a little bit for us today and bring a little bit of excitement in here. VJ Agulto, he's been practicing all the dance moves to make sure he's got the choreography down. And I don't know if he's a singer, but maybe we'll find out today. Maybe he's got something ready to go. But we've got some folks coming in. Arlene Regis and some of the talented folks from Marianas Got Talent are going to be in here in just a little bit. I'm telling you, you're going to want to see it. Oh, geez, I didn't see that. Hold on. Wait. I got to scroll up for that one. Wow, look at that. So Peeling says the governor's office should make the flags upside down to signal distress in our justice system. Wow. For real. I'll tell you what, but now that's the interesting thing. The interesting thing being how they're going to move forward with that. Because the governor can now still name a local, a special prosecutor. But if they do, it's going to be challenging, too, because who isn't conflicted? I mean, there's a reason why they brought Kingman out here in the first place, right? Because he wasn't, and he still isn't, but the judge ruled against it. So it is a little bit of a conundrum that we're in. All right. Hey, Achi baby. That's so great to see you in here, too. As parents, as parents, we should start teaching them to clean our surroundings and our public beaches. We have to be taught. How I remembered my grandnephew, his mother, and from Germany, and I took them to Garapan where we walked around and suddenly saw my grandnephew running and picking up trash around the area, and he was only about 5 years old. Wow, that's great. That's a kid who's going in the right direction. That is wonderful. All right. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing, guys. That's going to be something we're going to be following for a long time with regards to this decision. And the judge he didn't name anybody else. He didn't, and the attorney general can appeal this case, and so that's what we're going to see if he ends up doing next by appealing it to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, they pretty much recused themselves. So where does it go after that? So this is going to be an ongoing case that is just going to keep going and going and going. So, well, kudos to the governor's legal team, the former governor's legal team. He's getting his money's worth out of that. He's definitely getting the home court advantage on that. So they got to be happy. Family's got to be happy. They caught a bunch of fish over the weekend, and and then they had a big win in the courts today. We'll see what happens. Delay tactics. Yeah, Tobot, that's right. It is a delay tactic. And, whether you like it or not, I mean, that's how it goes. I'm with you, though. It is a delay. And a lot of people just want to see something happen with this. And to me, I don't agree with the judge's ruling, but be that as it may, I remember the governor saying that he just wanted to see this through, that maybe it was just that canned line that he just wanted to go ahead and prove his innocence and all this other stuff. But the facts are there. I mean, there's no maybe on it. They're talking about first class travel. Did he take it? The answer is yes. I mean, all those facts were proven in court, right? Or not in court, but in the when the House of Representatives was presenting all the info. Fact is that the gov had a whole bunch of those things. I got a call coming in on not the show phone, that I'd have to follow up on. I have no idea where that call is. But I can't take that call, not at this number. Hold on, let me just see what this says. 1 second. Okay, that's it. Yeah, can't take that now, not during the show. I will try to get you guys later. Anyway, but getting back to it, the main thing is that where's it going to go from here, and what's the next move? So I think more than anything, people are going to be looking to the Attorney General's office to find out what they're going to be doing next, and are they going to file an appeal, and when they're going to. I think they're just more dismayed by the ruling and caught off. Jim Kingman in what you saw in the comments that were made available was that he said it's kind of what was expected. They expected that they were going to do this kind of a thing, and that's exactly what happened. So there it is. I mean, there it is, and whatever's next is what we're going to be looking forward to. Well, maybe we can find something happier to talk about, at least for a little bit. I mean, I think we can. So let's figure it out. So anyway, you know what today is? Today is July 18th. It is Perfect Family Day. Perfect Family Day is the day that it's every day. If you have Facebook and you take pictures with your family and you post them, nothing goes wrong when you take a look at people on Facebook or Instagram. Everything is picture perfect. Everybody's happy. Every day is Perfect Family Day. Well, anyway, that's what today is. It's Perfect Family Day. What else is today? Today's National Sour Candy Day. So maybe that'll help with some of those sour grapes. Oh, no, Tobot, Robbie can't stand in for Kingman because he's also under the Attorney General's office. Question is, what's the difference between the Governor Fitio case and the Governor Torres case? One of the differences is that Governor Fitio stepped down. Well, actually, he ended up getting convicted and then getting his time commuted. And it's a different type of case. That one, I think, was surrounding getting his masseuse out of jail and using government resources to bring his masseuse to his house out of jail, get the back massage, and then bring her back to court. Yeah, Tobot, the entire AG's office is out. That was the part of the ruling because they said that Attorney General Edward Manabusan is conflicted out, so he's disqualified, and they disqualified Kingman because he works under the Attorney General. So that's why the whole office is out. And the Attorney General can't appoint another prosecutor because they're saying that they're conflicted. The judge said he can't appoint anybody. So he said that it's the governor's office that has to appoint another prosecutor to prosecute the governor's office. That's why it's kind of crazy. Yes, sir. That is correct. You were tinting his house when he took the masseuse to the house? Oh. You know what? My favorite part about that was what the former governor said back then when he was like, hey, it was cool. My wife was okay with it. No, she was there. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But, like, that's just the funniest thing. Like, as if, like, people were just saying that it was, like, a hookup call. And he's like, no, it wasn't a hookup. My wife was cool with it. It was just a massage. Never mind the fact that we're using our public resources to take a federal prisoner who's awaiting trial out of our local jail using public vehicles to transport this prisoner with security guards, government employees, to his house so she could perform the massage with them watching, or, there as security. Then transport the prisoner back and all that, using all public stuff. That's a kind of the bigger thing. It says, with the outcome of this Torres case, I want to be governor now. Nice. Hey, that's everybody's got aspirations. I love it. Wow. It's just wild. It is. All right, guys, about that. I know these guys are going to be popping in here soon, and when they do, we're going to have to set up a little bit. Now, I'll give you, I can tell you, though, we did set up. I mean, that's a microphone that's just waiting for someone to sing into it. And it's a lot bigger of a shot. But you wait till they stand in front of there. It doesn't look like it's very big right now, but it's going to be pretty cool. And then we also have our other camera angle where right there, you're going to be able to see Arlene will be sitting right in the middle. And then, then we'll go back to plain old regular me. It'll be fine. But it's a good day for us, though. I can't wait. It is fun to have stuff like this going on. Whenever you get cool guests like that inside, it'll be awesome. Oh, you'll settle to be on the jury. Oh, man. Tobot says, give him a six-pack and he'll sing. Deal. Did you not see what was in our refrigerator when you came by to tint the windows? We got a refrigerator full of karaoke juice. So come on down and be a part of it, Tobot. Yeah, the weather outside is a bit frightful. For sure. It is not beautiful outside today. I mean, it's going to be okay. It's drying up, but those roads are definitely a little slick, so be careful while you're out there, Marianas. It's 8:23. Most of you guys are at work already, so if you're already there, you're safe and sound. But it's going to be like this throughout the day. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny skies, high near 87. Winds out of the southeast from 11 to 13 miles per hour with 40% chance of rain, but we've already gotten it, so it's there. We're probably still going to get some rain. Tonight, it's going to be a 30% chance of rain, but with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Clouds going to be out there. Lows around 78. Wind is just about the same. How about tomorrow? Well, it gets a little bit better. We go from mostly cloudy to partly sunny. That's kind of like the difference between like a B- and a C+. Partly sunny skies with a high near 86. Winds out of the east at 14 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22. So get ready. It's going to be ripping a little bit more. And at night, same thing. Wind's going to die down just a little bit. How about over the weekend? Well, 30% chance of rain over the weekend. It's going to be partly sunny skies with a high around 87. It's going to be windy again and 30% chance of rain. The big thing is, will we be able to have baseball tonight? We have been lucky so far, and like we had it today. So if you take a look, we had the D-Niners. They played last night, and yeah, I like the D-Niners. I really do, but last night was not their night when they lost 16-3. And I can't say it was completely unexpected because the D-Niners only got a couple of wins on this year, and the Sandlot is pretty strong. I mean, they are. No maybe about the Sandlot strength in baseball. Sandlot, 16-3 victory over D-Niners last night. Tonight, we've got baseball action again. No, we're not going to be covering it live. So don't get too excited. And we're not sure if the rain's going to hold up and let us even have the game. But I'll let you know at least two scheduled to play. Tonight's the Natives and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have a shot at the playoffs. They need to win their games. They are 4-4 on this season. They've got 2 games left. And this game against the Natives are 0-7. So this looks like, on paper, a good game for the Blue Jays for sure. But if they can't pull it off, they're going to be having some trouble trying to get into the playoffs because, man, it's going to be a tight race. It's only the top 7 teams make it. So Sandlot, let's give them Sandlot. They improved to 6-3 on the season. And hold on, let me update all their info here. And so 6-3. So they maintain a full game lead over the Braves. And they are a half game behind the Padres and the Bandits. Now, D-Niners, again, they fall to 2-6. They've got 2 games left. They've scored 32 runs on this season and allowed 83. Yikes. Oh, 73. My bad. almost made it even worse for him. But tonight should be, again, a game of some import for the Blue Jays. Here we go. So Sandlot got 16, and D-Niners got 3. Pow, pow, pow. All right. Boom, boom. There you go. So if you're interested in baseball action, that's going to be a big deal. Not sure if they're going to be playing tonight, but there's still another game that needs to be made up between the Natives and the White Sox. Can't imagine they're going to play on Friday because that would be back-to-back game for the Natives. And again, next week it's tough too because the Natives got another Thursday night game, so playing back-to-back for them would be pretty tough. I can't imagine they might just deal them out. Yeah, Tobot, so you're asking about the where we're at for the playoffs? Top 7 teams right now. Those are the teams that are going to make it. And they got to keep winning if they are. Falcons are guaranteed to win the pennant. They're 8-1 on the season with 1 game remaining. The Cardinals, 7-2 on the season. They got 1 game left. Bandits are at 6-2. So are the Padres. They're both in the playoffs. In 5th place, you've got Sandlot at 6-3. Followed by the Braves at 5-3, and the Blue Jays at 4-4. Now, the Blue Jays, they're 4-4, and so are the Royals, but they've got the advantage over the Royals because of their head-to-head competition, their record, because they beat the Royals earlier in the season 4-2. So, Blue Jays need to win out to hold the Royals at bay. Royals have a chance if the Blue Jays lose and the Royals win out. The Bears, man, they need a lot of help. They're 4-5. They need to win their last game of the season no matter what. And they need to hope that the Blue Jays and Royals lose to fall because their 5-5 is the best that they can do. They need both of those guys to lose for sure. White Sox are at 3-6, D-Niners 2-6, Natives 0-7, and Blue Sharks at 0-9. Now that one makeup game that's not done yet, again, is... it's going to be, it's important, the Natives and White Sox, but it's possible because neither of those teams are going to make the playoffs. There's a possibility they just don't get that game this season. It might not get played at all. So that's a possibility, folks. That's a possibility. Come on in. Yeah. Hey, they're here. All right, well, I'll tell you what, these folks are going to be filing in here in just a second, and I want to make sure that we get them all set up and ready to go. So what I'm going to do, there's a new drop from the headline news here from the Associated Press, so I will put that out there, and then I'll probably give you the sports right away after, so that way we'll have ample time to hear the crew from Marianas Got Talent show off all that cool talent. So let's get you started with the latest from AP, and we'll go from there. Stick around, folks. It's going to get exciting here really fast.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. National security and foreign policy are the focus of the Republican National Convention tonight. And Sagar Meghani reports J.D. Vance gets to introduce himself to the nation as Donald Trump's running mate.
Like many in the GOP.
I don't know a whole lot about him.
But alternate South Carolina delegate Karen Wilde likes what she's seen of Vance on TV. The 39-year-old Ohio senator is a relative political unknown. North Carolina delegate Russ Ferguson says while Vance may not add much to the ticket,
he's substantive. I think he's picked for policy.
And his youth is a bonus.
He brings some energy to a ticket that is really 2 fairly elderly people running against each other.
Alternate New York delegate Edwin De La Cruz is sold on Vance's background.
He came basically from nothing and he built an empire.
And is living the American dream.
It's a success story. That success story can still happen here.
Sagar Meghani, Washington.
Bad news for President Biden in the latest AP Nork Center for Public Affairs research poll. Nearly 2/3 of Democrats surveyed say he should withdraw from the presidential race and let his party select a different candidate. In California, Congressman Adam Schiff is adding his voice, saying it's time for Biden to pass the torch. The House Oversight and Accountability Committee has issued a subpoena to Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle to appear before the committee Monday. It'll be the first congressional hearing into the attempted assassination of former President Trump. The Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General has also launched an investigation into the Secret Service's handling of security at that Saturday rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The special counsel in Trump's classified documents case is appealing the judge's decision to dismiss it. And much of the U.S. and Canada is cleaning up or still dealing with the latest wave of severe storms. They've caused deaths and damage from the plains to New England. There have been water rescues and evacuations in the Ozark Mountains, where as much as 11 inches of rain fell overnight. This is AP News. The Dow, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq all set record highs yesterday. Did the rally continue? Seth Sutel has the answer in the AP Markets Report.
Wall Street's record-breaking rally ran into a wall as worries about potentially worsening trade tensions with China hit the stocks of big chip companies. That dragged major indexes to their worst day in months on Wednesday, but conditions were less discouraging underneath the surface. The S&P 500 dropped 1.4%. The Nasdaq Composite slumped 2.8%, its worst day since 2022. Losses for Nvidia, Apple, and other tech heavyweights weighed on both indexes. Slightly more stocks rose than fell in the S&P 500, however, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average added 243 points, that's about 0.6%, to the record high it set a day earlier. The Dow got some help from Johnson & Johnson, which rose 3.7% after reporting better-than-expected results for its latest quarter. Seth Sutel, New York.
And I'm Ben Thomas, AP News. Thank you for listening.
Number 14,
It's a great day to be up 3-0. I'll tell you that. It probably is not great to be down 3-0.
I'm Brad Rosala, and I'm the owner for Commonwealth Communications.
And I am Jojo Alipuzu. I am the owner of Island Image and Motion.
And this is our joint venture, Sideline Studios. This whole concept that we have of doing all these live stream productions and covering news and doing live shows and everything, it wouldn't happen if we didn't have a great partner like IT&E, someone who could handle the bandwidth and provide it and then get us what we need when we need it and then be a real partner for us for all the events, whether we're doing live sporting events, broadcasts. All of these things happen because of our partnership with IT&E.
With IT&E providing us with the fiber and point-to-point and even the MBRs, is just a great piece of equipment to use when we're broadcasting our sports, our events, our performances, especially our cultural performances. And it's just great to share our culture here in the Marianas with the world. And IT&E has been there from the get-go.
The thing I like best about working with IT&E is how willing they are to come out and find a solution. Even for Liberation Day, we thought we had a pretty good solution for our live stream setup, and it turns out that we did not have the right setup that we thought we needed. That day, just before the parade, reached out to Paul and said, here's our situation. What do you think? He's like, we're gonna figure this out. While he's sitting there barbecuing, getting ready for the parade to start, he starts burning up the phone lines, calling everybody in IT&E, what can we do, what's the right solution? They left their families to do this stuff and get us the equipment that we needed to broadcast live. That's over and above. That's on a holiday. That's when he was out there spending time with his family.
That's why IT&E is just the best, just really in touch with the people and the community.
I recommend IT&E to everybody. Tell them the options are there, and you can choose whoever you want and then figure out what you think is the best. But when you're ready, when you're tired of having your calls disconnected or not having service, then you reach out to the guys from IT&E.
My mind on my money on my mind. Sipping on gin and juice. With so much drama in the LBC, it's hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. Raise off these nuts, 'cause you get none of these. I roll
Kermit, how could you, Kermit? How could you, Kermit? Oh my gosh. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It is. I'm just laughing at this song. These guys can't hear it. It's okay. So, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming back. It is Good Morning Marianas here on Thursday, 8:37 in the a.m. And we have just a special treat for you guys, and it's going to be cool for me. We've got the folks from Marianas Got Talent. There's all kinds of things happening with Marianas Got Talent this year, and it's a totally different thing than what was going on last year. And here to tell us a little bit more about all this, we've got Arlene Rages. She's looking at me, which she should. She's like literally right next to me. Watch this. Ooh. Yeah, we've just got, that's how our camera setup is today. Hold on. It would help, though, if I opened up your microphones. Can we try it again? Sure. Oh. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Do you want to use that other one, too? There you go. You can bring it all the way in. Bring it all the way in. The closer you get, the better we sound. You want to try it?
Sing a verse. Just kidding. Can you guys hear me? Can I be heard? Yeah.
Yes, we can definitely hear you.
Oh, perfect. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Arlene Rages. I'm with Marianas Got Talent. Today, I have with me Ms. Lorenzi Leo and Mr. Dwayne Castro, as well as Donovan Castro. And first of all, before we start, I would like to give thanks to Brad for allowing us the opportunity to come in this morning and talk to you guys about Marianas Got Talent Season 2. I know a lot of people are asking if we're going to proceed with that. In addition to that, they're asking the status of our contestants. When are they going to be leaving to audition to American Idol? And we'll have all that information this morning.
Wow.
You let me know how much time I have, and I can share as much as I could. But for additional information, you can always get updates on our Facebook page, which is Marianas Got Talent, as well as on our Instagram account, which is also Marianas Got Talent, right? So we are here to promote Season 2, and we're doing it a little different this time. We started busking last week, and we're going to be busking once a week to introduce our new contestants for Season 2. That is the plan right now. We could be doing a little bit more than just busking, so just be tuning into our Facebook page. We recently updated a promotional busking video with Dwayne Castro singing Lose Control that made a big hit with Speak Up Cinema's Facebook page, and we really appreciate your love and support. And we ask that you continue to give us your love and support, especially for our contestants that are coming out from Rhoda and Tinian. Last year, they were not able to participate. This year, we want to be all-inclusive, as we did last year. But this time around, though, we are preparing ahead of time. So we do have a contestant from Rhoda, Mr. Caden Manglonia. And unfortunately, he cannot join us today because he's actually in class with NM Tech.
Wow.
So that's the information on our Season 2. It starts on August 17, the first audition. It'll be from 1 to 5 p.m., and it'll be at Multipurpose Center. All of our auditions for this season will be at Multipurpose Center, including our semifinale and our grand finale. And there's a lot of plans in place for the last 2 auditions. So stay tuned because it's really exciting. We have thus far, I would say, 5 potential contestants as of this week, and I know 2 of them are joining us tonight for the busking, and that is where we're going to introduce them this evening. So be in touch with us. Go to our Facebook page every single week to know where we're going to be at for our busking. Right now it's at NC Picks, but we could be anywhere in Garapan, so just follow the music and you'll find us there.
Well, so you mentioned busking, and yes. I loved it. I was there. I chased away some of your guests when I sang, but it was such a great event. It was a lot of fun. But can you tell everybody what busking is?
Let's call Dwayne. Dwayne was he spearheaded the
sound check. How do I sound?
Okay.
All right, here, pull it around. Just slide around. You can get right between them, and that mic will come over.
Nice.
Or if you go to that mic, I can just put that camera on.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Go ahead. Just keep talking. So tell everybody what busking is.
Right, so busking is just basically street performing, and I kind of found the concept over at Korea when I was visiting them last year. It's pretty big. Not necessarily playing for change, but more of exposure, and I feel like that's what we need to do for MGT Season 2, right? So, yeah, we're just out there trying to share the mic with everybody who wants to feel like they want to sing, trying to get that undiscovered talent out there. So please come on down, NC Picks, 5 to 8.
It is pretty cool. I mean, I got to see you guys perform and just, wow, blowing the doors off of folks while we were out there. And it gets everybody excited. The people passing by, people driving by, they were excited about it.
We were causing traffic. We were causing traffic there.
It was. It looked like Garapan was alive when you guys were singing.
Yeah, that's the main point. I really wanted the original idea. I really wanted to make Garapan more of a friendly environment for people to walk through. You know, I see a lot of kids going out there, and just I want them to get involved a little bit more of positive things. You know, out there in Garapan.
And engage with our tourists that are there.
Yeah, tourists as well.
And thankfully, some of our contestants can sing different languages. Donovan can sing in Hawaiian, Samoan, Chamorro, other languages, and Kuma can sing, or Dwayne can sing in Japanese,
And
Korean,
yeah.
Filipino, English, Palau. So every one of our contestants have his skill set, and combined with your skill set, I think it's just a real powerhouse. And we are asking the community to come and join us. Our busking is open to everyone who wants to just come in and participate, like you guys did. That was a lot of fun, and that's what we want to try to bring to the community. Yeah.
Oh, well, we loved it. So, I mean, like, literally, my wife was just, I was telling you guys the story. My wife was saying that my daughter wanted to sing, and that she wanted to go and, like, she wanted to enter some kind of a contest or something. And I'm like, well, there's not really a lot out there. You know, what you could do is start busking and going out there and, well, what's that? And that's where you go out there and sing, and you do that. So she was going to try to do that on her own with one of her friends over the summer. But then you guys came up with, like, a real great version of it. And I'm like, yeah, we're in. We're totally going to go. So.
She did a great job, too. She did a great job.
Yeah, your wife can sing. I want to hear the full reflection.
As well as you, Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's you guys are just being nice to me. I'll take it. But man, I'll tell you, like, there's some real talent that you guys have out there. It is really superstars out there performing, and I know everybody who was out there had a great time. And I really hope this thing catches on. I hope more people do it, because I think we just got to let more people know where you're at. I think you had a great location this last time, because, again, you're making traffic. Like, people are going by. Yes. And how about those guys? Have you got any feedback from the folks at ABC or at NC Picks?
Oh, yeah, NC Picks. Shout outs to them, too, because they're giving the opportunity for us to perform in front of them. But, yeah, we kind of spoke to the manager up there and set a deal. So we're set for there every Friday.
Wow, that's great. So tomorrow, at what time?
Oh, for this week, I'm sorry, we're going to do it at Thursday tonight, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm like, all right, you got me out a little bit. All right, well, how about this? Arlene, maybe you could tell folks a little bit more about everything that's happening. I'm going to grab another light to throw on Dwayne so it's a little bit brighter for when he starts singing, too. All right?
Sure. Sure.
Cool.
So let's get back to the statuses of our contestants that won last year. Let's talk about Sebastian. Sebastian, before I do, I just wanted to share with everyone that Marianas Got Talent really supports our winners as well as our previous contestants for season 1. By saying that, I want to share that after season 1, majority of the contestants wanted to continue to provide, to have the opportunity to continue to perform. And because of the established friendships and relationship that was built upon the competition, it became more like a family environment. And because of that, we started to we went on to continue to perform whenever we are asked to perform at the school or the cancer, what is it called? March Against Cancer, most recently. So anytime that we are asked to perform, we're always going to be there, provided that we have advance notice, because most of our people are working. Sebastian and Bernice. Sebastian is our first run of our champion for season 1, and Bernice came in 3rd place, and then we also have Donato. Donato moved away to Hawaii. I believe he's there pursuing his dream, and then we have Sebastian and Bernice that are preparing to audition for American Idol. Now the question is, are they going to go to The Voice? It really depends. I have to address the importance of supporting our contestants where they want to go audition at. Every platform, the Idol, American Idol, The Voice, including the America's Got Talent, have different judges. And I'll share that some of our contestants, some of our winners are ready to perform, but they have preferences as to where they want to go, and I will share that American Idol is most favorable for both Bernice and Sebastian. We have done a fundraiser for Sebastian as well as Bernice, and we are going to be doing additional fundraisers to help support the financial expense to bring them down to LA next year for their audition with America's Got Talent. And we will be providing the community an update on that. As far as season 2 is concerned, August 17 is the first audition. The second audition is on August 24. Our elimination round is on September 7. The semifinale is on September 14. And then the grand finale is on September 28. We're allowing a gap of a couple of days for our contestants to prepare their number for their next performance. And we will be having, I want to say special performance, but added performances for the grand finale and for the semifinale. And what that is, it's a surprise, so stay tuned and stay in touch. Check out our Facebook page. Follow us if you have not followed us. We will be sharing additional busking videos of our future, our upcoming contestants for season 2, as well as our present members who are also supporting our season 2. And just so everybody knows, a lot of us that are doing this are all on a volunteer basis. We're not getting paid by NCPICS to promote NCPICS. They're actually giving us the opportunity to use their space as well as ABC to promote, to promote and engage with our tourists is the most important thing, but also to have a platform where people can just come and sing. Our kids cannot go to karaoke joints to go sing, right? So we open out the busking for them to come. It's a family affair. It's a family event. We did it last week and it was a lot of fun. So come on down. We know that there's traffic in front of Ongarapan, but park at Jotun or park anywhere else where you can find parking and it's not too far, and join us. It's a great vibe to be a part of.
I know I want to keep talking, but I want to make sure I get this light thing squared away so you guys get even more. But I love that I'm asking you a question for Pearl. But I love that it's such a family event. It really is.
It is. Yeah. And that's what we want to promote. From the get-go, from season 1, we wanted to make a difference and impact and provide a positive impact for our children, our youth, and our family. And we all know how powerful music can be and how it brings people together. So we're here, we're inviting, amateur musicians to come join an audition. I'll tell you, you walk away with great experience being a part of not just the movement, but just competing. It will help you improve your self-confidence on stage. I'll tell you, the people that we have right now are very, very supportive. We've had times where when someone's up to sing, they're nervous. They're there to provide that encouragement. I can guarantee you that. And you're going to walk away feeling like, wow, I'm so glad I joined this team.
I felt like that
Yeah,
when I went to sing. That's exactly what I'm like. Ooh, I feel pretty good. I'm like, all right. And then Dwayne sang, and I'm like, oh, I'm terrible.
Hey, come on.
He's too good.
I believe
man.
in harmony, not competition.
Yeah, I know. These guys. I'm telling you guys, they're so good. All right, so let's do this. We got you all lit up and everything. And so can you tell us a little bit about what you got for us today?
All right, so for me, I am just going to do a little a cappella of a song called Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm just going to do a little chorus because it's really early in the morning right now, and I don't know if I can hit that note. So
I know I can't at all. I could do that falsetto. That will sound terrible. All right.
Falsettos.
So, it's not good. It's not good. No. All right, so we're gonna sit back and listen to you and the sound of road construction outside.
Yeah, that's my little tempo.
Yeah.
That's my little tempo out there. Oh boy, the camera's out. Here we go. And I dreamed of you ever since, and I built up my confidence the next The next time you come my way, I know just what to say. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Gosh, jeez.
Not too loud? I'm sorry.
That is not too loud. Wow.
He made Donovan nervous.
Oh, no, wait. Stay tuned, guys. We got my primo coming up here.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, that was just awesome, dude. I love that.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
And I got to see Kuma sitting there singing over at the PIC time and time again over there. Just like putting the band to shame. He's like even better. And then all of a sudden this guy just rolls out and just blows away the crowd with these vocals that are just insane.
You give me too much, bro. You give me too much. But good times.
Yeah.
Definitely good times.
Yeah.
And he did not lose his superpower with the haircut either. Like, it's just.
You remember the long hair?
Oh my God!
Days,
Yeah, I'm like,
man.
this guy's unstoppable. Like, this is it. All right, so do you have another one?
No, I'm good.
You're gonna hand it over.
That's it. I'm gonna pass it over to my brother Donovan over here.
All right, so yeah, go ahead. Now this one's gonna be pretty cool too. I'm looking forward to this.
I don't know if I can give a snippet like that. So you said, can we talk? Yeah.
I'm sure that's gonna pick up just fine. If you want, we can add. No, you're fine. I was gonna say if we could turn this around, maybe throw it that way, but it sounds like we're picking you up just fine.
So my primo just sang for you guys. Can we talk? I'm gonna sing a song just called "Listen." And this is it's a cappella version. So don't get it twisted. I ain't gonna sing that powerhouse of a song. So it goes a little something like this. Maybe I'll do second verse.
Stuck in traffic, lady, can you keep saying to yourself that it ain't your fault? Yet you say you were your own person. You're always with me, won't listen. Can't you hear the beat of my heart? Won't listen. Can't you hear the beat of my heart? You know I love you, love you, love you, just like from the start. Can't you hear the beat of my heart?
Wow. That's awesome.
And I'm out.
Oh, come on. Yeah, this stuff is just so great that we're able to have you guys in here. Now, I'll tell you what, on other times we get you guys in here, we'll try to make it even fancier for you so that we can get you guys in for, we can hook you up to, like, the soundboard and stuff like that and get you guys squared away. I don't know. What do you think, Arlene? We got these two guys. Now, what are you going to sing?
Oh my gosh, Lorenzi. I've been practicing a song, which it would be Lorenzi. I'm a bathroom singer, so I don't know that I can.
I would love to sing today.
Oh, but she's sick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
about that.
I'm not sick, but it's just that there's something cut up in my throat, and I don't want to embarrass anyone here. So, yeah. For
Maybe
next
I
time,
can-
we'll save it for next time.
Maybe I can ask Kuma to sing one more song.
Oh.
Lose Control. So if you don't know, I shared his performance or his busking on Lose Control, and that garnered over 7,000 plays.
Get out.
Yeah, and it's currently uploaded on our YouTube, Marianas Got Talent YouTube page, and we're hoping that can go viral because I think Teddy Sims needs to hear his version of it because he sounds like Teddy Sims. Teddy Sims of the Marianas.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord, boss man
Do you
called
need
me
us
out
to
on
play
that
the
one.
music or you can sing a cappella?
I can try it because it's a really slow song, but I'll give it a shot.
All right, so this is, and that's not easy. You're coming out with something that's going to be, again, cold. We're giving this to you to give it a shot. So go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Blow us away.
Let me get a little tempo over here, though.
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. It feels like the walls are all closing in and that devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin of my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? Oh, yeah, you're breaking my heart, darling. You make a mess of me.
Oh my God. I got the chicken skin. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is legit.
That's good. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. I think during season 1, every performance gave us chicken skins or tears of joy.
Wow, that was just powerful. You were mentioning Sebastian too the other night. That's the guy came in, and that dude's got some soulful chops.
Yes, he's just he's got potential. That guy can sing. He produces his own music, creates his own lyrics, and he smashed up a couple of songs so far. So what he shared with us that night was a new song that he had, a new version that he'd been working on. He did share that he's got some other songs he wants to share with us. So hopefully Sebastian can join us tonight, and if not, there'll be other busking nights, and we're inviting all of our previous contestants from season 1 to participate as well. And
So-
it's open for everybody. So
that's tonight, and it's going to be across. It's going to be like right at NC Picks again. Right, that's in that little building that's right next to ABC store, right? Same building, really, but right out in front, like right at the traffic light, right at that crosswalk by across from DFS, right?
Yes.
So it's a great spot. It's really well lit. There's plenty of room. If you forget anything, you can walk right into ABC store and pick up something to eat or drink right there. I Love Saipan's like right across the street. It's down just a little bit. So there's all kinds of stuff, and there's
and Joten's not far. So
yeah, Joten's right around the corner too. I mean, I literally parked there and came over when I caught everybody there. It was outstanding. So it's family friendly. There's plenty of parking. It's well lit, and it's definitely entertaining, and people can join it.
yes.
So
There's no cost to it. Just come join us. Join the vibe. Join the movement. You would be glad you did.
All positive vibes.
Yes.
That's all it is.
All right. So what are the next big events? I know you've got the busking that's coming on tonight, and what's coming up after that?
I'll let Donovan, can you go ahead and speak on behalf of MGT regarding our DART fundraiser that's happening, and then I'll speak on our bingo
You go right there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Camera.
Oh yeah, the big one up there.
Okay. Yes. So our dart tournament just concluded, and we're gonna have our banquet, which is this Saturday. We had 3 winners. And the first place winner was Junolita, and second place was Manny DeGracia, and third was Alfred Hokuk. These guys are skilled at what they do. And it just almost motivated us to do another dart tournament, but this time around it's going to be for the ladies. So ladies, stay tuned. We got a dart tournament coming up for you guys. But this Saturday, we're going to conclude our banquet and the awards ceremony, and then we have other fundraising efforts coming up before the our season 2 begins, which is going to be the bingo side of things. I don't know too much about bingo. I only know how to play it. So this time around, we're kind of like running the show, so I can't play. So that's where we're at with this. And then many other opportunities for us to kind of go into the public. And it's also to spread awareness with MGT and our purpose with alongside Save the Music Foundation. Now, I know Arlene's going to talk more about that. But for the most part tonight, don't forget to check out MGT's first annual traffic jam at NC Picks. I like that. But can I just say something to like the public out there? Public? If you guys are shy karaoke singers, by all means, please come out tonight and showcase what you got. We are not there to recruit. However, promoting season 2, if you know anyone that is interested that want to be a part of something great, and this is greatness at its best right now, and we want to take it to the next level with season 2, by all means, sign up for season 2. If I could sign up again, I would. But that would not be fair to the potential candidates that are going to be going up. But there's a lot of great talent, especially Caden Manglonia coming out from Rhoda. And I know there's a lot on Tinian. I don't know if there's any on Pagan right now, but I know there's talent out there.
Yes.
Hey, you know what's funny? They're working on trying to bring broadband up to Pagan. So maybe they'll have to compete remotely.
Okay.
Like
a virtual audition, but yes.
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of. It'd be tough. It'd be tough. You know, every time you go to sing, you got to have like a mask on, like one of those fly mosquito net things over. It's like, you know, all those notes you're hitting. I got hot. I've been there. It's good. It's good. Not a lot of big breaths. You don't want to be breathing through your mouth. Man, I can't imagine. Now this is a big departure from last year, right? So the organization is different and everything too, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that? And it's got to be challenging too, because you're starting again. You're almost from scratch. You got a good foundation, but you had to change up things quite a bit.
Correct. So we wanted to continue to provide our community with additional services. And when our season 1 contestants who became ambassadors of MGT are now leaders of MGT, in collaboration with Save the Music Foundation, we felt that there is a need to provide musical lessons to our public school system, to assist public school system in providing the musical lessons, instrumental lessons. At the moment, I know that that's happening, but we wanna take part of that to be consistent, to provide these musical lessons to different schools with our local musicians. Vocal lessons is one of the things that our students are asking a lot of. I know that there's the Glee Club, right? And they're doing so great, you know, amazing. I know MHS has them. I don't know what other high school has them, but we want to participate in that. And just, you know, music is really important for children. They do add value to their academic equity, and it's important that we start them from a very young age. It can really impact their intellectual ability. Just having to memorize songs, when to come on, when to get off, at a young age, that they can be. We may become the second karaoke capital. The Philippines, they're amazing. Their children can sing notes. I'm like, wow, I would love to see our children get there.
You know,
through Save the Music Foundation, our purpose is we're aiming to provide quality musical trainings for our students and our children and our youth. And this is basically all volunteer at the moment. We are working on our fundraisers to acquire the equipments that we need to donate to the schools, such as ukulele, keyboards, music accessories, and the lessons in itself. So we are a brand new foundation, and of course we're starting with zero, but we are making every effort to do our fundraiser to provide us the funding to provide the assistance that we need to give back to our community. It is a lot of hard work. I sleep, but I barely do. There's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of technical stuff that goes on behind doors, and so but you know, when you have a passion to make a difference, it doesn't matter how many hours you work. You just want to see it happen. And so I'm giving myself at least a year or 2 years to see Save the Music blossom. I mean, we're at the end of my chapter, and my hope one day is to be in the Save the Music Foundation with VH1 and MTV as part of their partners. Once we get there, then we're set.
That would be amazing.
That's the dream goal for the CNMI.
So now I know we're doing the NC picks on tonight.
Yes.
But have you, since you're trying to reach out to a lot of the folks from different parts, have you thought about doing it maybe at little like pocket sessions in different villages, like going out directly to them?
Well, so right now I know that our local musicians are doing the pocket sessions, promoting our local songs, and that's a wonderful thing. I don't want it to be a competition, but we are thinking of other ideas on how we can reach out to the community. We may even go do a presentation in school if we can, but school starts in August, and our audition starts on August 17th, so we're still thinking of other ways to invite people to come and participate and register and compete. Donovan always has a lot of ideas, so I'll give it up to him.
All right.
I have so many ideas.
Yes,
So, you know, just to jump back on what Arlene was saying about, and what you said about having any other like pocket sessions and stuff. Yes, it is in the works. However, we're trying to take everything like a grain of salt and see what the demand is. So when we did go out into the public school system, there was a high demand for ukulele and vocals. So we, as MGT, have decided to do a clinic. And this is reaching out to anyone who's willing to volunteer their time and effort towards this great cause. So the planning is in works. It's, put it this way, if we're at a location and someone has a clarinet, a violin, a drum set, a bass guitar, we invite all the kids of all ages to come down to this clinic and see what do they want to learn. And MGT will be the vehicle behind it to kind of lead into this, learning how to play the uke, clarinet, what have you, classical instrument. Because there's a lot of raw talent on this island. And I know the CNMI has been making marks on Guam with the music festival. So it's something that we want to not mirror, but also create our own, because there's a lot of, great competition, friendly competition. But to have our own potential song fest that's going to be hosted here in Saipan in the near very future. So first off is we're doing the busking. The next is going to be doing the clinic, and then so on and so forth. Now, if you guys are interested to be a part of this great cause, please reach out to any one of us, and we will be gladly help you, and so you can help us cater to the demand. Yeah.
So one of our board members, Mr. Gosler Tulumar, is not here today. He's actually teaching ukulele class, I believe, at WSR for the next 10 days. So he's Mr. Tulumar, and other local musicians have been doing this, and we're not taking away from that. In fact, we are collaborating with Arts Council and Indigenous Affairs. We are having meetings with other agencies and the youth services so that we could collaborate together and work towards ensuring that our school and our youth have these programs available and that they're sustainable and maintainable throughout the year and throughout the school year, and not just for a period of 2 or 3 months. You know what? It needs to be consistent. We cannot just teach our kids ukulele lessons for 1 month and then not continue that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to set them up or give them false hope. We want this to be continuous, and we cannot do it alone. A collaboration with everyone that wants to be involved in this, it will make it even more successful. So before I do forget, I want to give thanks to the Office of the Governor, OB, for allowing us the opportunity to use the multipurpose center for the entire season 2. Because that will save us a lot. As a nonprofit, we're starting with 0, but we are doing our fundraisers to help us support our costs. And so having the multipurpose center for all of season 2 will definitely make a financial positive impact on our goals. So thank you so much for that, and thank you to Indigenous Affairs as well as Arts Council for wanting to collaborate with Marianas Got Talent and Save the Music Foundation. We do have some plans on that are going to be coming up soon. As far as what they are, I'll be sharing that with you as soon as we finalize everything, but we are going to be working with other agencies to ensure that these things, our programs and our events will be successful. And then we have a signature event that we're going to be working on, but we'll save that for later once we have all concluded our meetings and we have a set date. It'll be one of the best events for this event, aside from the fishing derby. I think that's the best thing.
That's a lot. So, I mean, it sounds like, you're really trying to get instruments and singing in the hands of the kids. So it's like for 500 sales, you guys are like 500 strings. Right? I mean, like you guys trying to...
that's a good way to say thank you.
Really trying to get folks doing it. I love the idea of doing it. Maybe you can get some help on stuff like that too. You get some donations for ukes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, every proceed that we receive, every support that we receive is going back to the community. Is going back to our youth, our children, and our kids, especially the ones that cannot afford to get a ukulele but has the passion and the love to learn how to play music. We gotta help. It's a need that we have to have in our community, and we're so willing to assist with that.
Well, it's great. I got some ideas for next time because we got to have you guys back. We have to. All right, and I know that you guys love waking up early and singing. Nothing is better on the vocals than just come in early and just start singing. But we'll try to make it even more welcoming for you. But I'll talk with you guys about that in a little bit. But I think we're gonna wrap up here for today for the show. Any last things you guys want to say to anybody?
Come and join season 2. Don't be afraid. Like I said, we really do have a good supportive system within our. We have about 15 members in our team. We have a grant writer, a grant manager as well. So that'll be another source of funds we're going to acquire to help us obtain the equipments that we need. But we do have. We're going to be going out on a press release. We will have our website built so everyone can see who we are, what our mission is, what our goal is, and who are the members of MGT. And if anybody wants to participate and collaborate or even become community partners to help our public school system, our youth, and our children, please give us a call. We would love to have a sit with you and share with you what our goal is, ultimately giving back to the community through the power of music.
All right.
And thank you for the 500 strings. That's an awesome idea.
That's what I got. That's what I did.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. It was really wonderful to have you guys in studio. And we look forward to having you guys next time.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock here at Good Morning Marianas. And I hope you guys have a great day. And if you got more ideas that you want to share with us, you want to get us involved with something that you've got going on, give us a call here. Again, 670-789-2323, or just message us at the show. All right, guys. Speaking of songs, if you know the words, sing along.
So many things we got to discuss. Happy day, Tirawami greetings. To Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. For all your island news. From a beautiful place with Pacific views, it's always so much fun on Good Morning Mariana.